Admin Evangelist here at Salesforce. Did you know that in Summer 19, you can now create row-level formulas in your Salesforce Lightning reports? That's right. This is a really exciting new feature that's been delivered in Lightning Report Builder that allows you to create a row-level formula for your individual Lightning reports. This means less of adding formula fields to objects just for reporting purposes and less of exporting reports out of Salesforce into, Excel, places like that where you might be doing those calculations. So this is an exciting new feature and we're going to take a look right now. Let's go. So the first thing we need to do in order to use this feature is enable it. So we are in setup in our environment. We go into feature settings, analytics, reports and dashboards, and get into our reports and dashboards settings. Here's where we can check the box for enable row level formulas. Notice this is only available in Lightning. So we save that. So we've now enabled this for ourselves and our users. Now, when I go into a report I've been working on, my open pipeline report, and I click edit for that report, I'm ready to add that row level formula. So we add the row level formula on the left here where we add columns, and we have a new option which says add row level formula beta. So first I'm going to name the column. We'll call this days until close because what we're going to be calculating is how many days until an open opportunity is scheduled to close. I add a description. Now I can select the formula output type. So I've got options of number, date time, and text. We're going to select number because it's days till close, but let's move the decimal to 0. Now we add our formula. So if you know your formulas well, you can just write your formula here. But I can also use this toolbox on the left with our fields. So I added our close date and also our functions are available. So I can add our close date minus our today function. So this is going to calculate how many days away from today is the close date. We can check our syntax just like in the formula builder. It looks like it's valid. Awesome. Now it's been added as a column on the far right. Let's use this canvas on the left to drag it up, days until close, and run that report. So we click save and run. Okay, awesome. So I've got my row level formula available for me here, and I can sort on that, ascending or descending. And that's a really great way to give your users a representation of information like how many days until close. But what if our users want a visual representation? Let's jump back into that row level formula column. So previously we called it days until close, but now let's go ahead and change this to is this closing soon? Because I'm going to give our users a different way to engage with this data. So we'll call it closing soon. The description is this deal going to close soon. And we're going to change the output type to text. And let's add a if function. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to give our users a graphical response to whether or not this is closing soon by our standards. So we're going to add in that if statement that same close date minus today formula. So we'll add our close date and then we'll subtract today from the close date again, similar to what we did in the first formula. And so this is going to return how many days away is the close. So we'll say if that returned number is less than, let's say 25, we want to return different text for each of those options. So if it is closing within 25 days, let's go ahead and add an emoji for fire. That'll let our users know this is important. Let's jump right into this. If it's closing further out than 25 days, we can add an emoji for the green check mark. That seems like a non-urgent emoji. So it's valid. We always checked our validity and we click save and run. Awesome. So this is a way that you can use row level formulas and reports to both calculate formula totals and also have some fun with emojis with your users. So I can't wait to see what you build with Lightning Report Builder, row level formulas, maybe even rolling out some fun emojis for your users. This is a great time saver for those of us who build a lot of reports. And I'm looking forward to seeing how you're using this as awesome admins and all the other great Summer 19 features. Make sure to stop by admin.salesforce.com. That's where we've got a ton of content around the Summer 19 release and Lightning reports. And of course, blaze your trail on Trailhead with the Lightning reports and dashboards module. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.